Good morning, Grace Church. Jamie here. It's Monday the 30th of March, and today we're continuing with our Psalms of the day. We're looking at Psalm 90 today. And it's a psalm, the only psalm written by Moses, and as such it's the oldest psalm that we have. In the psalm, Moses compares and contrasts God with us as humans. Moses looks at God's eternality, his greatness, and compares it to our fragility and our mortalness. Why don't, as I read along, you pick out the truths about God that Moses thinks about and turn them afterwards into a prayer of praise for who God is. Moses is also praying in this psalm for God's people wandering through the wilderness, and he prays specifically for God's favour to rest on them. Quickly look down at verse 17. Let the favour of the Lord our God be upon us. In the midst of wandering in the wilderness, Moses prays for God's people, knowing that the only source of true joy and happiness can come from God's presence with his people. Of course, for us believers today, we know that walking through wilderness, that we have God's blessing, his favour on us, only because of the Lord Jesus Christ. We are in him. Let me read the psalm. A prayer of Moses, the man of God. Lord, you have been our dwelling place in all generations. Before the mountains were brought forth, or ever you had formed the earth and the world, from everlasting to everlasting, you are God. You return man to dust, and say, Return, O children of man. For 1,000 years in your sight are but as yesterday when it is past, or as a watch in the night. You sweep them away as with a flood. They are like a dream, like grass that is renewed in the morning. In the morning it flourishes and is renewed. In the evening it fades and withers. For we are brought to an end by your anger. By your wrath we are dismayed. You have set our iniquities before you, our secret sins in the light of your presence. For all our days pass away under your wrath. We bring our years to an end, like a sigh. The years of our life are 70, or even by reason of strength 80. Yet their span is but toil and trouble. They are soon gone, and we fly away. Who considers the power of your anger and your wrath according to the fear of you? So teach us to number our days, that we may get a heart of wisdom. Return, O Lord, how long? Have pity on your servants. Satisfy us in the morning with your steadfast love, that we may rejoice and be glad all our days. Make us glad for as many days as you have afflicted us, and for as many years as we have seen evil. Let your work be shown to your servants, and your glorious power to their children. Let the favour of the Lord our God be upon us, and establish the work of our hands upon us. Yes, establish the work of our hands. Why don't you spend some time now where you are, just using that psalm as a basis for prayer.